Looking for affordable countries to live and work in? You can make your move abroad to one of these great places and enjoy a cheaper cost of living without sacrificing quality of life, all for under $900 a month. Ecuador. Live for under $1,000 a month. Average monthly local salary, $472. Average monthly rent for one bedroom in city center, $392. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $227. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $3. South America is full of countries with a low cost of living, but Ecuador is among the best. Geographically diverse, Ecuador is home to the Galapagos Islands, the Andes Mountains, and part of the Amazon rainforest. While many are drawn to Ecuador for tourism, it is also a great choice for those hoping to move and work abroad. In Quito, one-bedroom apartments in the city center can be found for as low as $300 a month. This paired with affordable food and transportation. Costs makes life in the capital attainable. Guayaquil, Quito, Vilcabamba, and Loja are also favored among expats making the move to Ecuador. A shared three-bedroom apartment in Cuenca could cost you as low as $206. In South Korea, live for under $1,400 a month. Average monthly local salary, $2,390. Average monthly rent for one bedroom in city center, $585. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $504. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $6. Americans benefit from working holiday visa agreements with 6 countries: Australia, New Zealand, Singapore, Canada, Ireland, and South Korea. Of these choices, South Korea is the most affordable, even when considering the capital city, Seoul. On this special visa, U.S. citizens who are recent graduates between the ages of 18 and 30 can work and travel in the country for up to 18 months. Don't meet the criteria for the working holiday program? South Korea is also a popular destination for those wishing to teach English overseas, and for good reason. English teachers there enjoy a high salary and great employment packages that usually include paid accommodation and flight reimbursement. As if this wasn't attractive enough, most employers also tend to take care of your visa for you. Jobs can be found in Seoul, as well as in smaller cities and rural locations. Of course, your money will go farther outside of major metropolitan areas, though you can live well in the big city on a teacher's wages. Outside of Seoul, popular cities for working professionals include Busan, Incheon, and Daegu. China. Live for under $1,000 a month. Monthly local salary, $1,035. Monthly rent for one bedroom in city center, $496. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $359. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $3. Whether you choose a bustling city or secluded village, the cost of living is more than manageable across the board. In Beijing, it is estimated that food shopping costs around $140 a month for a single person eating a local diet. Eating out in the capital doesn't have to be a treat either, with a meal at an inexpensive restaurant costing around $5. Conversely, a smaller city like Harbin carries a lighter price tag for food, with your monthly shop averaging around $119 and a cheap restaurant meal offered for $3. English teachers especially love China for its bounty of jobs. and great salary and benefits. Getting a visa tends to be straightforward since employers or recruiters generally manage the process for you. Many English teachers in China even go on to save tons of money for travel. And their next move, if life in Beijing or Shanghai isn't quite your speed. Guangzhou, Tianjin, and Chengdu are popular cities that don't spare any amenities. Portugal. Live free for under $1,000 a month. Average monthly local salary, $10 or $11. Average monthly rent for one bedroom in city center, $705. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $400. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $9. Tucked away on the Iberian Peninsula. Portugal is often overshadowed by its neighbor Spain, but just because its culture isn't as pervasive doesn't mean it doesn't have a lot to offer. Portugal boasts a relaxed pace of life, gorgeous weather, and a cost of living that's among Western Europe's cheapest, with the whole of the western part of the country on the coast. You'll have no shortage of fresh fish and seafood. Produce is cheap and often locally grown. As far as capital cities go, Lisbon is very affordable. But Porto and Faro are among the alternatives where you can live comfortably for less than $1,000 a month. Portugal's D7 visa has become hugely popular among digital nomads and freelancers. Wait times for this visa may be long at the moment, but it's definitely worth it. Georgia. Live for under $900 a month. A drone view of the city of Tbilisi, Georgia. Average monthly local salary, $297. Average monthly rent for one bedroom in city center, $263. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $181. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $5. Georgia is becoming an increasingly popular home away from home for expats and digital nomads due to its friendly visa process. Often confused with the U.S. state of the same name, this Eastern European country is beginning to put itself on the map as an affordable and friendly country for work abroad. Georgian food and wine are underrated, and Georgians take eating and drinking quite seriously. Foodies will find no better destination for rich dishes that can also be classified as cheap eats. In terms of entertainment and daily life, expats will find the prices as friendly as the people. In the capital, Tbilisi, a monthly travel pass will cost you a mere 10 tenen, and a trip to the movies costs less than a $5. Foreigners looking to relocate to Georgia also find Kutaisi and Batumi quite easy on the wallet. Spain. Live for under $1,200 a month. Average monthly local salary, $1,582. Average monthly rent for one bedroom in city center, $776. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $412. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $13. The fact that I've lived in Spain for the past 3 years may make me a bit biased, but truthfully, it's an extremely affordable place to live while maintaining a high standard of living. Being part of the EU makes it somewhat more difficult to get a work permit, but many Americans live and work in Spain on a student visa through teaching or au pair programs. A little bit of income goes a long way in Spain, even in Madrid. As an American, I'm still shocked at the low prices of fresh fruits and vegetables. Here, living on a budget doesn't mean sacrificing healthy eating. Spain also maintains a culture of eating out and sitting on terraces, so a delicious meal and a nice local beer or cup of coffee won't break the bank. A menú del día, a daily lunch special offered at most restaurants during the week, includes a drink, dessert, starter, and main, and can be had in Madrid for around 10–12 euros. Outside of Madrid, affordable and expat-friendly cities include Valencia, Alicante, Sevilla, Murcia, Logroño, and Toledo. Living alone in a 2-bedroom apartment in Alicante cost me 420 euros a month. I now pay 750 euros a month, utilities included, for a large studio apartment in Madrid's city center. Cambodia. Live for under $800 a month. Average monthly local salary, $214. Average monthly rent for 1 bedroom in city center, $384. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $317. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $3. International living estimates that around 100,000 expats live permanently in Cambodia. Foreigners visiting and living in the country report feeling like special guests due to the warmth of the locals. Cambodia is an especially friendly country for entrepreneurs wishing to set up a business. It's not just the hospitality and ease of business that sets Cambodia apart. Expats can enjoy a comfortable life without the high cost. Someone who wants to live alone in the capital, Phnom Penh, can expect to pay anywhere between $200 to $650, with the average rent price coming in at $430. In Kampot, rent prices in the city center average around $300. Expats tend to congregate in Phnom Penh, Sihanoukville, and Siem Reap, but smaller places like Battambang, Kampot, and Kep are on the up and up. Costa Rica. Live for under $1,300 a month. Average monthly local salary, $787. Average monthly rent for 1 bedroom in city center, $501. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $280. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $7. The first time I visited Costa Rica in 2012, I was taken aback by the sheer number of Americans living and working there. Through a mix of retirees, business owners, and hospitality workers, one thing was clear: the Pura Vida, pure life lifestyle was contagious. I was not surprised then when several years later, a friend in Baltimore made the move to San Jose. Costa Rica's casual and relaxed approach to life pairs perfectly with its beaches and jungles. Whether you're into hiking, sea kayaking, or surfing, ecotourism thrives if city life is what you're all about. Expats are particularly happy in Arenal, Jaco, Tamarindo, Escaz, and Heredia. A 1-bedroom apartment in the center of Playa Jaco will run you between $400 and $530 a month. Morocco. Live for under $800 a month. Average monthly local salary, $458. Average monthly rent for 1 bedroom in city center, $341. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $195. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $3. This North African country is known for its hospitality. Moroccans are notoriously friendly, and welcoming so many foreigners find it easy to call Morocco home. Rent prices across the country are low and living comfortably. on $5 or less a day is a happy reality. A one-bedroom apartment in Rabat averages around $462 versus $379 in Tangier, when not grinding out the 9-5. Morocco has countless beaches, mountains, and the Sahara Desert to explore. Casablanca, Fez, Tangier, and Marrakesh are a few of the other great options for life outside of the capital, Rabat. Mexico. Live for under $1,000 a month. Average monthly local salary, $475. Average monthly rent for one bedroom in city center, $337. Average monthly rent for shared apartment in city center, $222. Cost of meal in inexpensive restaurant, $5. Mexico has long been a tourist destination for Americans, but more U.S. citizens have been making the move permanent in recent years. Mexico's food, culture, and low cost of living will likely continue to draw in weary expats looking for a more relaxed pace of life. Even on a local salary, foreigners relocating to Mexico won't struggle to enjoy the finer points of life: friends, family, great weather, and an unpretentious and outstanding culinary tradition. Cities preferred by expats outside of Mexico City include San Miguel de Allende, Puerto Vallarta, Playa del Carmen, Puebla, and Mérida. Thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing for more insights on travel and geography. And give a thumbs up below. Drop your thoughts about your experience.